Yo, what is up, everybody? It's your boy Soto again, back with another one. All right, so I'm here, just chilling. We dropped a video yesterday, and I'm thinking to myself, you know what? It's going to be a while till RJ gets back and we could create more content. So I'm like, why don't I just hop on and just give my opinions on a couple things that have happened since we made our last video. If people don't know, we make our videos the day before. RJ cleans them up and shoots them out the following morning. That's why it's always important to hit the notification button after you've liked, commented, and subscribed. That way you can, right when you wake up, boom, there's another video from the autumn windbags. So let me go ahead and watch it. So go ahead and do that. Like I always say, tell your friends, tell your haters, tell your mamas, tell your haters' mamas, all that stuff. So, um, all right, the news I want to talk about today is actually something that kind of went under the radar. I was trolling Twitter a little bit just to kind of see, well, see the news and see what's going on. And Patrick Graham was named the national, I believe, national head coach for the Senior Bowl. And at first, the big talk was, they're putting, they have some, I don't want to say lower level because they're not, they're coaches in the NFL, but they have like a newer defensive coordinator like Patrick Graham. They have a wide receiver coach coaching the offensive coordinator. They have a young defensive coach, excuse me, as the defensive coordinator. Now, I think this is good because it allows young coaches to get that, head coaching experience and young position coaches to get that coordinator experience. And of course, we know the Senior Bowl has different rules. There's no blitzing. You have to play very vanilla stuff like that. So it's not just like it, but they get some experience. Now, one of the reasons why I think this is going to work out well for us this year is because two position groups in the draft are actually very deep, and they're position groups that, frankly, we need a lot of help with. The first position group is a secondary. I mean, all secondary, corners and safeties. So you can get some really good value late. And I'm not talking like a diamond in the rough like a Tariq Woolen, right? That was, I think a middle to late round draft pick last year by Seattle. Turns out to be a freaking stud, right? What I'm saying is there's going to be like legit. It's the secondary group is loaded early rounds, and it's going to be loaded in the middle rounds, and some guys are even going to slide later that are really, really good, and that can help right away, not just on special teams. Normally, you pick up guys like developmental offensive linemen late. You pick up like developmental linebackers and developmental DBs because they can play special teams, right? But what we can find some guys late, and let's face it, we do need a lot of help in the secondary. So, how does Patrick Graham being a head coach for a side in the Senior Bowl, how is that going to affect us? Here's how. You're going to be able to identify those diamonds in the rough that you can maybe get a little bit later. Let's say there's been questions about a player because of his consistency, right? Let's say he was a good player, but he gave inconsistent effort, inconsistent play, stuff like that. How does this player respond to coaching? How does this player apply coaching? Is this player better than we thought? They were just maybe playing down to the level of the competition if they were from a smaller school. Maybe they just need a little bit of refinement and they're going to be a good player. Are they just a size, speed, strength guy, and the technique isn't great, but you've seen improvement through that week that you can think, hey, this guy could maybe be a special teams guy and we can develop into something really good. So that's one part of it. Who the player is on the field, can we maybe alleviate some injury concerns? Like this guy was injured, but he played in the Senior Bowl and he looks fine. He responded really well. Physically, he looked really good. Okay, that's one thing. How does he play, right? We see it all the time. You see small school players that play in the Senior Bowl, they don't really come out early. in small schools, right? They stick around a little bit later, and they play in these postseason after bowl games, right? And this is their time to shine. This is their time to go out there and show what they have to do against other really good players instead of smaller conference players where there's maybe one or two players on each side. It's like this is the whole team is good. How is this player going to play? That's another thing too. You see them against good competition. On top of that, you see how they apply coaching. Are they coachable, right? Are they able to understand the coaching? How smart are they? And this is something that Mick Ziegler has preaches. We want smart guys, right? So they're going to find guys who maybe are able to implement more complex systems and more complex schemes, even though maybe they're not able to do that in the game. How are they able to process the information, and how is that information getting up close look at these guys? So you already have a couple things going for you. I said one of the position groups already, which was the secondary, both the corners and safeties, right? So there's that. On the other side, there's also interior offensive line. There's a lot of good interior offensive linemen. Maybe not the top end that you would normally see. There's a couple guys, but it's pretty deep. So another area of concern that we have, we can maybe fortify through the draft. All right. I think the biggest advantage that we're going to have, on top of how good are these players, how do they come back from injury, how well do they understand and apply coaching, how does that coaching translate to the field, is are they going to be able to be coached hard? Are they going to be able to survive the rigors of being coached the way that this coaching staff coaches its players? Again, this is a coaching staff that has the mentality of our time is now. Like the future is now. We need to get this done now. Our goal is to win a Super Bowl. That's it. There's no other goal to have, right? So whatever we do is our steps to get us closer to winning a Super Bowl. And those steps don't take multi-years. Those steps need to happen this year. So that's what we coach. And that's how our coaching staff want to instill that mentality into the players, right? So are they able to handle tough coaching? And I think that's going to be one of the things that hopefully Patrick Graham really gets into these guys and lights these guys up and sees how they respond. Are they going to roll their eyes? Are they going to drop their head? Are they going to make excuses? Are they going to, just kind of zone out? Oh, he ain't my real coach. I don't have to listen to him. Or are they going to be professionals, even though they're in college still? Are they going to be professionals, right? Are they going to be able to handle being held to a high standard, regardless of where you were drafted, regardless of what school you went to, regardless of where you are on the depth chart? Everybody's held to the same standard, right? And that's, I think, the most important thing, because we saw what happened. And I mean, again, you can believe it or not believe it about the locker room and how maybe some people weren't as responsive to the tough, critical coaching that we had on this staff, and that tended to turn some people away. Well, damn, woo! We're live, people. It happens. We sneeze. It happens. The main thing that I think is are these players smart? Are these players mentally strong? Can they be singular focused from the first day of mini camps, off-season OTAs? Can they be focused to that singular goal, which is winning the Super Bowl? That's what we need. And I think Patrick Graham being named a coach, a head coach of a side in the Senior Bowl, is going to help us identify. See, look, the top players in the draft, we know we know who they are, right? The first 3 rounds of guys, we know who they are. They're the guys that we know. Everyone knows who they are, right? couple guys could slip in and out. But the middle to late round guys, those are the ones that we're going to be able to identify as maybe smaller school guys, guys that have injury concerns, guys who have gone under the radar for whatever reason. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, man. I just something that's been bouncing around in my head, and whenever I've been hearing about the advantages of Patrick Graham coaching in the Senior Bowl, is he can get a better look at these players and how they play, right? And I think the more important thing is, what is their mentality? How are they able to handle coaching? How are they going to able to apply that coaching? Do you see a marked improvement from Monday to game day on Saturday? Do you see that improvement rolling through? And can you get your hands on it? Like, do you get along with the guy? Like, do you guys mesh personality wise? And that's one of the things that when I talked about with RJ about the whole coaching thing is, one of the big things was JMD and Derek Carr just didn't mesh, and whatever, shit's done now. But we need to make sure we get those type of players that are able to not only handle the coaching, but have that mindset. So guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. I just want to hop on here and give you my quick thoughts. I'm going to do this more often from my car because I'm at work, and I don't need. How long does it take you to eat, right? You eat quickly and that's it. So probably going to hop on around 1:30. I try to do it every day, but we'll see. Anyway, guys, appreciate the love, guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace.